Where we're a little over a week away from the big game, and we have some super questions at QB for both teams. Drake May is questionable for the Patriots as he battles both a shoulder injury and a recent illness. Meanwhile, Sam Darnold remains on the Seahawks injury report with an oblique issue, though he's expected to start and play after he's played through it the last 2 games. We're now joined by NFL insider Jeremy Fowler as we kind of open up the Fowler files. And Jeremy, just give us the latest so far on these 2 QBs, starting with Sam Darnold.
Scooby, Sam Darnold still limited in practice. He has not logged a full practice since January 15th when his oblique injury flared up, but I'm told not to worry. They've just been really cautious to make sure he doesn't let it rip in practice, you know, not be a full go. They want to make sure he's not trying too much and saving it all for game day. But that oblique injury forced Seattle to have to just be a little careful with the throws he made, making sure he wasn't on the run too much, trying to let it rip 50, 60 yards downfield. So, but he is good to go. This last practice was more of a rest situation. So he's expected to be completely healthy for the game. That's the good news. Drake May, there is a little bit of ominous sign here with the shoulder issue that's sort of been lingering. He's been limited in practice, also had an illness yesterday. So there's not a major concern here. He's expected to play and play well. In fact, Seattle head coach Mike Macdonald was asked, do you think that shoulder is going to be any issue? He said, no issue. I expect May to be the playmaker, and his legs are still healthy, which has been crucial for him. He got a bunch of first downs last week against Denver.
Yeah, good news for New England fans. Good news for both teams. You want to see both of these teams healthy. All right, Seattle offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak is getting a lot of buzz around some of these head coach openings. What more can you tell us there?
He is the belle of the ball right now, considered the top candidate left. There are only the 2 jobs, Arizona and Las Vegas. They both expect to meet with Kubiak today in Seattle. That's been the plan. They can make their case. He is believed to be the top candidate for Las Vegas. In fact, other candidates for that job I've talked to believe that he is and that it's probably his job to lose. Now, he's got the option to stay in Seattle. Maybe they can redo his contract. He can wait a year, try to get a better job, but certainly there are only 32 of these. They offer an exorbitant amount of money, so it could be something that he at least entertains, especially Vegas is considered the more attractive job because of what you have with Fernando Mendoza, the #1 overall pick. If he takes the Vegas job, you could look at maybe Mike LaFleur, the LA Rams offensive coordinator, Raheem Morris, former Falcons coach in Arizona. Those are some options there.
Coaching carousel still spinning. Jeremy Fowler with the latest. All right, Super Bowl 60 is upon us, 8 days away. We have both teams covered. Our Lindsay Theory is with the Seahawks, but we begin with Mike Reese, who's with the Patriots.
Drake May was here at the Patriots facility Friday, but he didn't practice due to illness. This came one day after May was limited in practice due to his right shoulder. Now, after that practice, May had expressed confidence that he would be 100% or close to it for the Super Bowl. He said he didn't think the injured shoulder would limit his ability to make all the throws. The Patriots had 2 practices this week. They will be off Saturday and then travel to California on Sunday, where they will have 4 practices leading into the Super Bowl.
The Seahawks will hold their final practice from their team facility today before departing tomorrow for the Bay Area. I spoke with receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba, asking him what this week of preparation has felt like. JSN telling me, I feel like everybody's relaxed and calm and just taking it one step at a time. We have some days to figure out our game plan. As for that game plan, linebacker Ernest Jones tells me when scouting the Patriots, it all starts with quarterback Drake May. Jones saying, the guy can do it all, make plays with his legs, make plays with his arm. He's really good. I asked Mike Macdonald at this point how much they're factoring May's appearance on the injury report. Macdonald simply stating, none.
It's haunting.
That's eerie.
Hauntingly familiar. You can't spell Emmy without You can't spell Jeremy without Emmy. Hey, it's not making the Emmy real. Jeremy Fowler is, though. He's in the building. J-Bone, what a turnaround for Seattle, trading key players like DK Metcalf last offseason, and now they're playing for it all. They're playing for the title. What is the rest of the league saying about the job that they've done out in Seattle?
Randy, I'm fresh off a plane from Mobile, Alabama. No big deal. I was there for the Senior Bowl, and a big talking point there was just how Seattle has flipped this thing in 2 years under GM John Snyder and head coach Mike Macdonald. Because remember, Pete Carroll all those years had final say on all roster decisions. When he left, that went to Schneider, who quickly went to work here, flipping this entire thing. That DK Metcalf trade last year, the trade of Geno Smith, those were considered incredibly risky at the time, but they always had their eyes on Sam Darnold, even dating back to the draft. Their file internally is that they love that guy. They got him. They knew moving Metcalf would help because Jackson Smith-Njigba was a star who needed more space to roam. They've drafted well. Everything they've done is hit. The Rashid Shaheed trade, he's won games for them on special teams. So it's the best roster in football right now, and they really did it just in the last few years.
Best roster in football. Now, it's also helmed offensively by Clint Kubiak.
Yep.
He's been a big part of Seattle's success.
Yeah.
What does the future immediately after the Super Bowl look like for this man?
Yeah, today is crucial for that man who's expected to interview with both Arizona and Las Vegas today in Seattle. Both teams are expected, unless something changes, to fly to him to talk to him because this is the bye week when he's able to talk to teams about head coaching opportunities. He cannot be hired until after the game per NFL rules, but they can talk to him in person, try to feel it out, potentially get set up to make him an offer down the road. The Las Vegas Raiders job, your Raiders, that's considered a better situation than Arizona, which I don't think he has a whole lot of interest in at this point. Going back to Seattle isn't totally off the table. Look, these are big, high-paying jobs. There are only 32 of them, so most guys end up taking them. There is some buzz about him in Vegas right now, but you know, he could go back, be an offensive coordinator, hit the market next year. This is a man with options right now.
There's no state income tax in Nevada. Is that correct? I think that's correct. I'm just. Am I stumping for him? I'm not.
We need to open an ESPN Vegas branch.
Who could I do this? Jeremy Fowler, we appreciate the insight. Busy week for Clint Kubiak.